Welcome to day 69, Becoming Peace Meditation and Inspiration. Today is Sprinkling Day. We're revisiting week 10 in review, where we just take a small sprinkling of each of the previous days in the week and we review. Remember that this week our essential oil spotlight has been adaptive, the calming blend. This incredible oil is spot on when it comes to calming the central nervous system, calming emotions, and creating healthy chemistry, calming and peace in the body. It cools down anxiety and helps maintain steady peacefulness all throughout the body. We also had a suggested music track which promotes a lot of love at home. This song was one of the title tracks to a motion picture and is a beloved hymn. So I hope you enjoyed both the oil and the music track this week. So let's revisit Monday, where the title of that session was Your Name is Safe with Me. How do you keep other people's name safe? What does that even mean? Are you loyal behind other people's back? Or do you talk smack about them behind their back? Simple questions to consider, which spells out a lot about character. Character is what we do when no one's watching. Here is an invitation to make sure you keep other people's name safe when they're not around to hear what you're talking about or saying about them. To defend them when they're not there to defend themselves. What can I do to make people's names safe with me?
Kindly heaven smiles above when there's love at home, yeah. All the world is filled with love when there's love at home.
On Tuesday, the name of our session was Joy and Sorrow. Joy and sorrow are both opposite ends of the same pole or stick. So when you pick up one end of the stick, you inevitably pick up the other end. You can't pick up a stick without picking up both ends. So think through to the end. Are you willing to take on suffering, even though you chose joy? Also on Tuesday, we discovered the poet and writer Khalil Gibran, who spoke words of wisdom on this subject. Then a woman said, "Speak to us of joy and sorrow." And the prophet answered, "Your joy is your sorrow unmasked. And the self-same well from which your laughter rises was oftentimes filled with your tears. And how else can it be? The deeper that sorrow carves into your being, the more joy you can contain. Is not the cup that holds your wine the very cup that was burned in the potter's oven? And is not the lute that soothes your spirit the very wood that was hollowed with knives? When you're joyous, look deep into your heart, and you shall find it's only that which has given you sorrow that is giving you joy. When you're sorrowful, look again in your heart, and you will see that in truth you're weeping for that which has been your delight. Some of you say, joy is greater than sorrow, and others say, nay, sorrow is the greater. But I say unto you, they are inseparable. Together they come. And when one sits alone with you at your board, remember the other is asleep upon your bed. Verily, you are suspended like scales between your joy and your sorrow. Only when you're empty are you at a standstill and balanced. When the treasure keeper lifts you to weigh his gold and his silver, needs must your joy or your sorrow rise or fall. On Wednesday, we got to take a look at the bridge over your life's water. And we discovered we all build bridges over our own life's water. In other words, we build bridges through gaining skill sets, having a pool for friends we can count on, building relationships, and adding tools to our tool belt in order to cope with life. What materials do you use to build your bridges? I guess it depends a lot on the challenges you're facing, which bridges you choose, right? But of course, know that you do have the capacity and capability to build the bridges you need to get through life. It just takes willingness, time, planning, and choices. Do we shortcut to the quickest, fastest bridge, or are we builders? And do we build the Golden Gate bridges of our lives? Sometimes it's okay to just build short, temporary bridges. And other times we have to go through the painstaking trials and tribulations of building huge, magnificent bridges to get us over large, deep bodies of water. You have the ability to employ all of these things and more. It all depends on you, which bridge you choose to build and how sturdy the bridges in your life become. What bridge do I need to build today? On Thursday, we discussed finding joy at a place like Walmart. Life is full of tasks and places we don't thoroughly enjoy right off the bat. In fact, most of the time, we are in hand-to-hand combat with the challenges that come our way. But, and I say a big but here, the difficulty of our path is determined with precision by the frame of mind we choose to employ. Coming at you again. The difficulty of our path is determined with precision by the frame of mind we choose to employ. I didn't even know it was possible to truck around Walmart and experience pure joy. But this indeed did happen. Change your mindset. Change your thoughts. Go to a place of getting grateful. And the magic happened. Imagine you're walking in the front doors of Walmart. You grab a cart, you feel the coldness under your fingers, and you head for the milk, the bread, and the eggs aisle. I am grateful to get to go to the milk refrigeration aisle and pick up a gallon of milk with ease. You then turn your cart to the left and run into the egg aisle. You grab 2 dozen eggs with ease and head over to the bakery. You can smell freshly baked bread and know that your mouth is watering for a slice of fresh French bread with creamy butter slathered all over it. What world do we live in where we can walk into a giant store and get most anything our stomach desires? This experience teaches you can turn any thought process around and do your hormones, your adrenal glands, and your mental health all a big, huge favor by choosing peace instead of chaos today. Congratulations. In what area of my life do I need to choose more joy? Now, let's follow up with Friday with the age-old question: how does God love me? On Friday, we spent a lot of time in the silence, where we ask ourselves the qualifying question to consider: how God shows up for me, and how does God love me? How does He show you? How does God show you His love, and how does He choose to love me? Wow, what a question. I never considered before. Usually I'm asking things of Him, kind of giving Him a wish list that I need. But this spin on the question made all the difference. How does God love me? Okay, take a deep breath in and out. Let's come back now. I hope by having one day to review what we covered in the past week, is helpful for you. I know review is always an important step for me to cement learning tent stakes from my brain and my heart. So many good things we got to experience this past week in week 10, and I'm incredibly grateful I got to hold this space for you while you experienced and learned how to grow in peace. Bye for now.